What's up, YouTube? I was just gonna post a picture of my project bike online. I picked this up for 300 bucks a couple months ago. It looks way different than it did when I bought it. It had about 5 coats of spray paint on it. It kind of looked like it was a theft recovery or something, but my wife wanted to learn to ride, and I wanted something easy and not very intimidating, so this came along and it seemed to fit the bill nicely. I'm big into Supermoto, so I kind of wanted to make her a Motard out of it, which I did. I laced Warp 9 wheels to the factory hubs, courtesy of Buchanan spokes. Everything went together nicely. It's a 3.5-inch wide front wheel and a 4 1/4 rear. The tires that are on it are 120/70 on the front. The rear has a 150/60. I think I'm going to have to switch it to a 130. Because as you can see, the chain scruffs it a little bit. It runs pretty good. I had to do some work to make this setup fit, even though it still rubs. I had to offset the wheel when I laced it, which means I had to loosen the spokes on the drive side, tighten them on the brake side to pull the wheel over. The front sprocket, it's kind of concaved in. I actually flipped it around. There was no clearance issues there. When I got the bike, it was missing a ton of parts, didn't run, had about 1 gallon of gas in the crankcase. I had to buy a new rear brake assembly. The swing arm was broken. It just didn't run. I had to rebuild the carburetor. The exhaust is actually off of my WR450. I got to make an adapter. I got to weld to the mid pipe here because the mid pipe for the exhaust on the WR is 10 millimeters larger in diameter. I opened up the jetting a little bit. I fitted it with some rental twin walls. I had to get adapters to do that. I just bought universal pro taper adapters and drilled out the triple tree sleeves a little. It's got a Poly Sport Halo headlight. Tons better than the stock. These graphics I had custom made. A huge shout out to my buddy over at Mid Ohio Graphics. My wife's a huge Walking Dead fan, so I had these made. It's just a mirror image on the other side. But other than that, that's what we got. And the previous owner gave me these signals, which they're kind of chintzy, but they work. So here's a picture of it running. That rear fender was hideous. It looked like something off of a Pee Wee Herman bike. I actually cut about 1 foot off of it. I had the Ackerby's rear tail light laying around from a previous project. So if anybody out there has any questions about motarding a DR200, you can send me a message. Later.